Alright, to do the sulfur filter checkup on a Culligan Medalist series, you take the cover off, you look for the dates. If the seal pack has been done within the last year, you don't have to worry about doing it. Then we're going to go to the 6 month and see how we get it done. First thing you do is check your settings, time of day. Time of regen should be 12. Salt pounds should be 0.5. Backwash should be 15 to 20. Brine should be 60 to 66. Days should be 1. Then you press up, press and hold regen to put it in a cycle, and go ahead and bypass the system, turning the blue knob all the way in. Once the water is depressurized, you're going to check the backwash restrictor by lifting up the clip. Inserting a screwdriver to pull it out, and you want to make sure it is a green in color and not swelled up. If it is, put it back in, elbow in, green clip in, tap it down. Eductor wants to be checked, and it needs to be a green nozzle into the tan throat. Loosen one screw, remove the other two. Place your screwdriver in, making sure your gasket's in place. Pry the old unit out, which it is tan. So then you want to go ahead, take the tan nozzle, the green throat nozzle I should say, press it down in, put it back into the valve assembly, make sure your gasket's in place, screws back in, tighten them all three down so they don't leak. And to remove it off bypass. When it is in bypass, or off a bypass, knob back in just a quarter turn, you're going to go ahead and let it backwash for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes of backwash, press the up arrow to go into the next cycle, which is draw. Take your 35% peroxide, and we want to draw in half a pint. Simply place it in the draw tube and watch it draw. If you have a nice clean eductor like we just put in there, it should only take 10 to 15 seconds, just like that, to draw in half a pint. Then remove your draw tube and wait. It usually takes 1 to 2 minutes. After 1 to 2 minutes, two things. You're going to see water running out the suction port, and you're going to hear the drain line jump and rattle and spurt and sputter. If you do not hear that after 2 minutes, go ahead and bypass the system for 10 minutes, making sure that it remains in brine draw. If you do start hearing that after 30 seconds or a minute, go ahead and bypass it at that point in time. Okay, good. Now, after a couple minutes, you're going to start seeing a small drip coming out of the line, and the drain is starting to gurgle and make noise. The dirtier the resin bed is, or the media bed is, the quicker and the worse it'll spit and sputter. This one you can tell has been done properly and maintained properly because it's not real bad. It's not shooting out real bad. But at that point in time, you just simply go over, turn the blue bypass knob in all the way to bypass the system. Make sure that it stays in cycle 2 for over 10 minutes, because it's got to stay like this for 10 minutes. You can hear it gurgling now, So it's starting, that mineral is starting to get cleaned up real good. So 10 minutes, we'll come back and finish.
Go.
All right, once the 10 minutes is hit, go ahead and hit the up button to put it into fast rinse. Hit the up button again to go back into the home position. The minute you're in home, press and hold so it goes immediately into another cycle. Once it starts turning, you can start opening the bypass as it's going into backwash. Once it gets into backwash, which is that first section there, cycle 1, it's all the way off bypass, quarter turn back in. You leave it in a cycle, and that's it. That's your full checkup. Mark the cover that you did it, put the cover back on, and you're done.